guys, welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of the Mystic Pinball restoration of the cabinet. I got to do a little bit more touch up on the color, but it's real close. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tape this off. And once I fix the blue, when I untape it, I'll touch up anything else that needs touched up before I clear it. Because I thought about it and I'm thinking, like, if the tape for some reason peels anything off, I could fix it. It shouldn't, but you never know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of just start taping off one of these sides here. I'll video it for a little bit and then I'll show you once it's all taped off. Crappy weather again, snowing outside, so what I'm going to have to probably do is the pickup truck that's in the spray booth, I'm probably going to have to back it up to the door here, put a piece of plastic over it so that I can paint this inside the front part of the spray booth. Turn the fans on and everything, but I can't have the whole spray booth because of the weather's crappy outside. So all right, let me set this up. I'll get the tape and we'll start taping this off. Okay, you can see how I'm doing it. Just time consuming. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this whole side taped off and then I'll come back and show you this side, and then I gotta do the other side and the front. Okay, the cabinet is all taped off. I sanded down the Bondo areas, lightly scuffed it everywhere else to just give the paint something to stick to. I am gonna sand the legs now. Because I want to paint those too, because maybe I can get the legs and the bottom done today, and he could take that with him tomorrow, and then I'll do the head afterwards, and the rails, and he's going to bring the coin door and a couple other parts. So I'm going to take some 80 grit on my DA sander and roughen up this these chrome legs, or I don't even know if you call them chrome, nickel plated, whatever they are. Because if you don't scuff them up good, the paint will not stick to them. So I'm gonna get them all scuffed up like that. You can see the sanding marks in it, how it's dulling up. So I'm gonna get all 4 of these legs done like that, and I'm gonna sand down those inside rail pieces. And then I should be able to start setting up and getting ready to paint this stuff. Okay, the pinball cabinet's set up, the legs and the inner rails. So now I'm going to start putting on light coats of blue spray paint, the rustolium. I wiped down the rails and the cabinet with some spray away window cleaner, and now I'm going to start lightly putting on coats of paint. You're not going to put it on real heavy, just do light, several coats, and see how it looks. Okay, that's 2 coats. I've gone through 2.5 cans so far. So I'm not going to put a 3rd coat inside the cabinet at all. I'm just going to hit the outside of the cabinet and all those parts with a 3rd coat. And then I'm going to let it dry for a little bit, and then we can untape it, touch up the orange and the yellow, and then clear coat it after that. It seems like it dries fairly quick. It's kind of sticky right now. So I'm going to get one more coat on off camera, and then after that, we'll let it dry for a little bit, and then we'll untape it. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes or so. Still a little bit sticky, but I'm going to carefully start peeling off the tape so that I can start working on the orange and yellow. Okay, as you can see, a lot of spots need touched up now because the tape pulled it. I screwed up here, forgot to tape or cut that. We'll just use a little bit of the blue spray paint to fix that. A couple little spots like that. But that's why I stopped with the orange and yellow touch up, because I figured that was gonna happen. So now I'm gonna work on touching that up. So I'm gonna probably do a lot of that off camera because I showed you guys yesterday how I'm doing it. So let me get a little bit of it done and then we'll come back and get a better look at it. I'll do this side first, but here, if you look up close, you can see how it pulled some of the paint off. Bad there, bad there. So let me get some of this touched up. I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, this side's just about done. I might go over a little bit more right in there. I'm going to show you what I'm doing to get the orange to match a little bit better, because where the tape peeled it off to the white, it is a lot harder to cover up. The marker doesn't want to cover it up because it's so white. So I've got on a plate here a bunch of different colors here. I have apricot, yellow, red, pumpkin, orange, and then harvest orange. And I'm using all these colors. As you can see, I'm mixing them together to get the right color that I need. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no set way of doing it. Basically, you just gotta play with it. And I usually just play with it on the cabinet itself. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my camera here. So let's try that spot right there. I'm almost done. I'm just trying to get it to look as best I can before I clear coat it. I'm going to be using a satin color clear, not a gloss clear. So right now I'm taking a little bit of this harvest orange and red and mixing these two together. And you can see how close that is. Now I'm going to take a little red, straight red, and blend it. And I'll have to put another coat on that once it sets up, which usually only takes a few minutes. Once again, like I said, we're tricking the eye. Doesn't necessarily need to be perfect, but if you blend it in like this and really run your colors out far, it disappears. And that's the whole point. That's the whole that's a good method to use, you know what I mean? Because it just kind of blends the two colors together. Same thing when you're touching up a paint job on a car. When you go, let's say you smash your fender in your door, okay, well, if you repaint the fender and the door, it's not going to match the hood or the back door. It just never does. So you blend your colors together. So, you know, you blend your front door into your back door by basically doing this type of a method where you're just kind of, obviously you're not using a paintbrush, you're using a spray can, but you're kind of just feathering one color into the next. And what ends up happening is it tricks your eye. The whole front of your car, you could repaint, and it could be a shade darker. And if you're good at blending, you can blend that down the side of the vehicle, and you would never know that the front of that car was darker than the back of that car. And that's what we're doing here. We're just blending colors together, tricking the eye to make it look like it's, you know, an immaculate shape. So I'm going to continue doing this. You can see down here how much better that looks already. Going at this, and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, it's all touched up. Gonna clear it. I can't say I've ever cleared over rustolium enamel before, so hopefully nothing happens. I'm gonna put a light coat on and see what happens. Now, this right here is not gonna show once the lay goes on it. I didn't want to put too many layers of paint on there. I do like the legs that are blue. This orange peel will go away once I put the satin clear on it, and it's gonna take the blotchiness of the blue and make it all even. So let's get some satin clear. I'm gonna get this mixed up here. This is a 4-to-1 mix by Summit Racing. It's hot rod satin clear. They also make matte finish, flat, and gloss. So I'm gonna get a cup mixed up, and we're gonna go out there and put a light coat on and see what happens. I can't put clear on it right now. It's starting to wrinkle up. See that? This is why I hate rustolium. That's frustrating. Nothing I can do with it. I need to just let it sit and then touch it up. I mean, it is what it is. But get it right. It's just going to really suck now. I was thinking that was going to do that because rustolium is just not a good paint. I don't know why people think it is. It just sucks. Can't do anything with it. Krylon you can clear over top of it. Won't hurt it one bit. So guess that's going to end this video. The blue is wrinkled up for now. Is what it is. I mean, I'll have to wait probably 2 days before I can clear the rest of this stuff to let it fully cure. You know, it's tough to say. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Clearly, in this situation, it didn't work. Don't know what I'm going to be able to do with that. I'm going to have to probably sand it down and repaint it, the blue part, which sucks. I don't want to have to retape things off if I don't have to. Hopefully I won't have to retape anything off. The back didn't wrinkle. So like I said, you know, it's kind of a hit or miss here and there. And it didn't wrinkle everywhere either. You know, this spot right here is fine. Wrinkled here. It looks like maybe it wrinkled a little bit where it went on a little heavier, where I was trying to cover up a little bit of wood grain. So, all right, well, we'll leave it like that. It is what it is. Not much I can do with it. And I'll pick this project back up probably on Monday, because I'm gonna have to let it set all day tomorrow, tonight and tomorrow, and then Monday or Tuesday I'll get back on it again. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Just want to, once again, problems. It happens. It's just stuff that you have to account for. As you guys saw, you know, when I use Krylon, how I can put one color on and then an hour later put another color over top and not have it wrinkle or anything like that. And this just goes to show another reason why I personally just don't like Rust-Oleum. I don't know what it is that they use in here. It's an enamel paint, but it's just very sensitive. It's always been sensitive. No matter what I do with it, you always have problems with it. So that's why I stick to my Krylon. But anyways, am I frustrated? Not really. Kind of expected to possibly have problems because of this. Could have probably used a Rust-Oleum clear, but once again, you know, this says it has a window of recoat within an hour to 2 hours. Well, it's physically impossible for me to do it that fast because I have artwork to touch up, you know. So I was hoping I could beat it and it would work, but it didn't. So it kind of bit me in the ass, but we'll get it straightened out. Yeah, there's nothing I could do. I can't put more clear over it. Just gonna have to let it dry, lightly sand that wrinkly stuff out, put a little bit more paint over top, probably let it dry a couple more days, and then have to clear it. So unfortunately, I'm probably not gonna have it done before my surgery because I can't rush it because it's Rust-Oleum. And they didn't have any good colors in Krylon that matched like this did. So, all right, guys, well, that's gonna end part 2. Part 3 probably won't be for a day or two. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be working on a Tato cabinet. We're gonna take one of the 2 Tato cabinets, probably the Alpine Ski, and get that completely stripped down. We're gonna blow the cabinet apart like I do with all the other Tato cabinets that I've done, and maybe possibly start doing body work to it. I'm not sure yet, but I want to get it at least torn down and start working on it so that I can start getting those 4 cabinets done for the guy. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind hitting a thumbs up, any questions or comments, feel free to ask. Other than that, guys, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.